5,600 pounds. A lot of our previous designs had exposed nuts on the hubs, and we've hidden those now so that the rocks cannot damage it. The hubcap actually screws on. It has a dual cone seal internally, which allows the pinion bearings to actually run in oil. The bearing that's inside of this hub is a common pinion bearing. So each time you do an inspection, you spin off the cap here. It has two O-rings that keep it sealed up, and you can take up your nut if you so elect. The blade is half-inch thick. It's single-edged. It's made out of a special manganese steel material that allows it to work harden as it goes to the ground or gets into rock. This is called the tool holder, and this tool holder allows us to mount various types of tooling to the center stand. And right now we do not have the residue knife mounted up front here, nor do we have the seed slipper mounted along to the side. So this particular NP only has a residue knife on this side. You can just see it right here, and a seed slipper is mounted right here to the inside. So it has been set up in this particular instance just to seed to one side. And the blade has been set into the ground. It's been angled at 3 degrees. And you can see this 1/4-inch shim here actually twists the stand about 3 degrees and allows the opener to bite into the ground a little bit better. This is the new direct injection system on the NP opener. And this particular type of injection system is called direct injection. We also have vacuum injection. Direct injection means it's going to shoot the liquid material right into the bottom of the slot here. You can see a little bit of aqualang right where my finger is here. And maybe I can make it dribble a little bit. And then here's the phosphate as it drops into the slot. And of course, you can see there's a little wear action right here. It's wearing a little bit to this one side. And we can actually set this particular tool to the left or the right by adjusting these set screws to make it run into that slot. When you run this at about 3 degrees, it creates about a 3/4 of an inch wide slot. So once again, this is the NPY opener. It's designed to place seed on both sides and move residue, and it deep bands the fertility right behind this deep running blade. And now we're going to go ahead and fire up the machine and run down through this flat here. It's infested with foxtail barley and a lot of grassy weed species, and you'll be able to see it go through tremendous amounts of residue. Okay. We'll just drive. Going through residue there. Unfortunately, we can't see that seed slipper. It's to the inside, but we'll get out and dig and take a look at the soil here and see where the seed's going. We're actually in our grassy waterway, which hasn't been farmed for a couple years, and so that's why the ground's so rough and weedy. And they've sprayed it with a pretty high rate of Roundup to control the weeds. I think you can maybe see the phosphate dropping every now and then through the tubes there. They fall right into the slot, and of course the aqua goes in first. It's the first to go in the ground, and it's in a directed stream flow that's orificed at about 170,000. And hope we don't get stuck out here in the winter. Sorry about that. pounds of feed in the feed row. Once again, the feed clippers are on the inside of the opener. We can't see them here. It's been set up with single feed clippers rather than dual feed clippers because they elected to try out the double disc opener and compare it to the feed clipper. And a little later on here, we're going to go out and dig in the soil, and we're going to take a look at the feed placement of the double disc versus the feed clipper. The feed clipper has a residue knife in front of it, and it starts the residue flow and causes it to move through the machine. And the feed clipper follows in the shadow of the residue knife, so its work has basically been done by the residue knife. It's feeding about 2.5, 3 miles an hour here, so we can get a good look at the direct injection system. Blades are 24 inches in diameter, they're ½ inch thick, and they're angled at about 3 degrees. At the top and across, we put a shim in, and we can run them straight or with a slight angle. And this is about the maximum we run it with about a 3-degree angle. The idea is to produce the least amount of soil disturbance. And if you go to straight running blades, they don't disturb the ground as much. It takes a little more pressure to put it in,